Can you correctly say these words in Spanish? Ve hasta el final del video porque estoy casi seguro de que no vas a pronunciar bien la última palabra. Número 1. These words are pronounced as pero and perro. Many people struggle with rolling their R's. However, I've also noticed that people struggle with the singular R. So for the singular R, it's going to hit the top of your mouth and then quickly come down. Pero. Hit, boom, down. Whereas perro stays there for a little bit and comes back down. Número 2. Armadillo. A lot of people say this word as armadillo. That is incorrect. Remember that the double L sound in Spanish makes a Y sound. So we have armadillo instead of armadillo. Número 3. Reloj. Now, this is a tricky word for two reasons. The first is that we roll that R, even though it's singular. That's because when a word in Spanish starts with a singular R, we will roll it. So something like reloj, rojo, or rosa. The second reason this word is hard is because the J is kind of like a sound. Something I've noticed here in Mexico is that many native speakers will actually pronounce the J in this word kind of like a K. They will say reloj. Speaking of Mexico, check out this awesome jacket that my best buddy Luis got me. Gracias, Luis. Número 4. Hallar. Hallar means to find. And you could also use an easier verb like encontrar if hallar is too tricky for you. Número 5. Ejercer, meaning to practice. That eje can be a little bit tricky to pronounce. Ejercer. And before we move on to the intermediate words, here's one more bonus word for you. This word is pronounced as ahorrar. We have this kind of ow sound going on, and then we roll our R's. Ahorrar. If you want to improve your Spanish pronunciation even more, check out the sponsor of today's video, Lingopie. Lingopie is an online platform that lets you learn languages from real TV shows, movies, and music. I've been recommending their platform to my students since 2020 because it's such a fun way to learn. If you ever catch yourself wasting time on social media, why not use that time to learn a language while doing something enjoyable, like watching TV? Everything you watch on Lingopie includes interactive subtitles that you can click on instantly and save for later review. You can then practice the new words you've learned with flashcards, quizzes, and more. You can also speed up or slow down videos and choose which subtitles you want displayed, giving you full control over your learning experience. Plus, they're constantly adding new content, which keeps the learning process fresh and engaging. And you can use Lingopie on any device, your phone, computer, or TV. In addition to Spanish, you get unlimited access to all content in multiple languages. I've personally been using Lingopie to work on my Mandarin Chinese. 你好吗? So, if you'd like to learn Spanish and have a great time doing so, then click the link in the video description to try Lingopie for 7 days completely free. You'll also get a special discount when you click on my link. Gracias. Now let's see some intermediate words. Número 6. Ferrocarril. Ferrocarril. This one is tough because we have to roll our R's twice. And there's actually a popular tongue twister in Spanish using this word. Número 7. Exigir. Many students will say this as exigir, which is wrong. In this case, it's exigir. Número 8. Refrigerador. Refrigerador. Once again, we are rolling the singular R because it is at the start of this word. So we have refrigerador. Ger is not ger, but ger. So refrigerador. Número 9. This is a tricky one. Alrededor. Alrededor. I'll be honest, this is a hard word for me because that combination of al and then rededor is really hard to say quickly. Alrededor. I kind of have to break it up into two. Once again, that singular R is being rolled. Número 10. murciélago. This means bat. And notice how the emphasis is falling on the murciélago. Remember that in Spanish, we use accents for emphasis. However, it's not always the case. For example, in a word like sí and sí. Sí meaning if without an accent, and sí with an accent meaning yes. The pronunciation is exactly the same, but in writing, it lets us know what means sí, if, and what means yes, sí. Now let's move on to the advanced words. Número 11. Espantapájaros. The J is not pronounced like a G, it's ja. And remember, the emphasis here is on pájaros, on that first A. Espantapájaros literally means scare birds. Once again, we have an accent on the A over pájaros. So it's not pájaros, it's pájaros. Espantapájaros. Número 12. Casi imposible esta palabra. Otorrinolaringólogo. I'll be honest, this word is almost impossible for me to say, and whenever I need to go to the ear, nose, and throat doctor, I'll just say, voy al otorrino. I don't want to say the whole word. It's way too hard. Número 13. Ronronear. Once again, we have two rolling of the R's here, in the first R and the second one. Ronronear. It's easier if you break it up into two syllables. Ronronear. I love this word. Número 14. Parangaricutirimícuaro. How fast can you say that one? Parangaricutirimícuaro. Okay, I've been practicing this one for many years now, so don't feel bad if you didn't get it right. Parangaricutirimícuaro. Parangaricutirimícuaro. This is a common tongue twister here in Mexico, so if you want someone to stop talking, just say to them, Parangaricutirimícuaro, and then they'll be like, And finally, número 15. Anticonstitucionalidad. Now, I never ever in my life have ever said this word during a conversation, but it is fun to try saying. How'd you do? Leave a comment down below. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe now if you haven't already. If you want to speak fluent Spanish, click the link in the video description or go to SpanishWithNate.com to join our Fluent Spanish Speaker Academy. We currently have a big discount on our annual plan, so make sure you don't miss out on that. The link to join is in the description. Adios!